Hi, and welcome to episode 3, top level goal setting. In this video, I'm going to talk about goal clarity. So what do I mean by goal clarity? Well, first off, do you have belief in yourself that you can get this done? Whatever it is, the challenge, the goal, the task at hand. Okay, so do you have belief in your skills, your experiences, your strengths, your traits? All in, do you have belief in yourself that you can get this done? Now, if you're writing some goals out and they're bigger than you normally go after, well, you could get a feeling in your body. A bit nervousness, anxiousness, something. And if you get that, well, that could mean you need to work on your goal mindset, because your unconscious mind, who accepts and vetoes your goals, will be looking at that and going, well, this goal is a bit bigger than I'm used to, so I'm a bit worried about it. And if that happens, you might not be successful. So I'm going to park that for just a minute and we'll get back to that at the end. Okay, so first up, so if you write your goals and you don't get any feeling in your body and you're ready to go, you have good belief, next thing we need to say, all things equal, do we believe if we take on this goal, we can get it done? So do you have the resources? Does your company have resources? Are the resources available? Physically and mentally, how are you? Do you have the time, the energy, and the space to also take on this goal or this challenge? All these things are important. Okay? You have belief in yourself, great, tick. But then you believe you can actually get this done. Well, what's going on now with yourself and everybody else? If that's a tick, great. The next thing you need to look at is how much control you have over this goal, challenge, objective. Okay? The more control, the more successful, and the probability of success will be high. So if you add in 2 or 3 people that will help you along with this goal or challenge, then the probability of success goes down. Now, these things can't be helped when you're working in a company and working with people, so you got to manage these well. But you need to sit back and ask yourself the question: how much control do I have to really get this done? And if there's more people in the pot, then how do you manage that? What situations will come up? What plans in place will you have to combat the issues, the problems, so that you can keep on going with your goal? Okay, so that's what you need to do around goal clarity. Big belief in yourself, believe this can be done, all things being equal, with yourself, with the environment, the people you're interacting with, and then make sure you have enough control, or you can manage the control to make this work. Okay, lastly, I'll go back and talk about goal mindset, which is very important, and it needs to be looked at before you tackle any goals. If there's issues around the goals you're going after, and if you get that feeling in your body that, ooh, this might be tough, and you need to watch it. So I'm going to share my screen and I'll show you a little diagram to help get this into your head. Okay, we're back. All right, let me just move myself here. Now, we're going to talk about your goal mindset, right? So remember when we talked about, when you check in, do you have belief in yourself you can do this? And if you're writing goals out which are bigger than you're normally used to, you could get a feeling in your body, okay, that you're a bit worried or a bit anxious about this. You're still going to go and do it, but there's a bit of a worry there, right? So that's what we're going to talk about now, because it's so important you understand and address that and be totally aware of it. Okay, so we can see on the screen here, this is my True Career House. I use this approach with my clients, either deliberately or behind the scenes, as we work through their coaching sessions and their goals and getting successful outcomes. At the ground level here is what I have, what I say drives your goal mindset, okay? And it's so important to understand this before you move on with your goals. So the first piece here, your conscious mind, 10%. So that means your conscious mind manages only 10% of your goal outcome. It controls only 10%. Okay, so what does conscious mind mean? So it means you take your pen and paper and you write your goals out. You're consciously saying, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going tomorrow, go start this, I'm going to write up that, whatever. It just manages 10% of a successful goal outcome. Okay? Now, we also have subconscious mind, and that manages 50% of our goal outcome, which is massive. And why is that? Because we develop routines and habits, right, over our time, over the years, so we can get things done. Humans are very efficient at finding the most clever, easiest, energy efficient way to get things done, right? So you get up in the morning, you go in and have a shower, you go downstairs, have your breakfast, a coffee, you grab your keys, your laptop, whatever it is, your work gear, and you're out, you drive in your car or get the bus, train. Next thing you know, you're in work, you don't remember how you really got there, you just knew you're on automatic pilot with great routines and habits. So all up, I call this your active mindset. This is the stuff you can feel, see and touch. You can see yourself doing goals, making decisions. And when you decide to take on a goal, your subconscious mind's routines and habits starts to working with its existing habits to get things done. But there's a problem here. If you're going after goals which are much, much bigger, or stuff that has blocked you for a long time, well, your routines and habits that your subconscious mind does, that you do all day long, mightn't be good enough for this new work you're getting involved in. Okay? The next one is your unconscious mind. So this manages your beliefs, your values, your deep-seated understanding of why you do things, how you make decisions, why you make decisions. Okay, so this drives a lot of stuff. So unconscious mind will actually accept or veto your goals that you consciously write out. So if it's a big goal, much bigger than its unconscious mind is used to, what you're used to delivering, you might get that feeling, and that's that feeling where your conscious mind goes, I'm worried. But you say, no, I'm consciously going after this, and your unconscious mind would say in a passive aggressive way, yeah, sure, we're going to do that. So you think you're going to do it, but really it's going to thwart you and block you, especially if it gets a bit more riskier. But you go ahead and you work away, but then what happens? You get a little setback, and that feeling gets a bit stronger, and your unconscious mind goes, see, I told you, and it makes it harder and harder. Next thing you know, you've stopped your goal again for some reason. Okay, and the last piece is the coactive body. So if you have a bad feeling in our body, well, that produces a lower physiology and less positivity in our body. So that means we won't be as positive to go after our goals. If we have a great feeling, yeah, we'll go after our goals. So setting goals which are too big for us and we're not ready for will give us negative feelings which will lower our physiology, which won't help us to be positive. So it's a double-edged sword here. So it's very important to think about this. Right, so this is what I work on with my clients, but you need to understand this. And the first thing is just be aware of it. This is how it breaks down. There's a 10, 50, and 40, and your body helps facilitate your positivity or negativity based on how you're feeling. And so awareness is great, and talking out your goals is great, and then getting into action. So you're programming your routines and habits in your subconscious mind, which is so important. So that's it for goal clarity. Look out for episode 4. Remember, belief in yourself. Do you believe you can get this done? Do you have control? And if you have issues around belief and taking on bigger goals than you're used to, then think about this goal mindset.